Hey guys, DanTheWolfman here, Catch-Jitsu.com at Mike Pierce's UFC Fighters, Rose City Fight Club. I'm going to show you some passing that can go into cool Catch-Jitsu, catch wrestling style submissions. These passes I learned a few months ago from UFC fighter Thiago Tavares. The first one we'll show from full guard. Full guard for MMA. In MMA, I'm going to do a 5-punch series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fedor style wraparound long hooks. One more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, and that opens up his legs, and I come here, and I go here, and I post my foot, I'm driving my head into him. I'm trying to pass this leg, but he's keeping me hooked in, and at this point his head's near his knee, so I come over to a cradle. I get my hands together, come on the other side. I get my hands together, and then I start to sprawl. The blade, I adjust my grip, so the blade is on his artery like a guillotine. And I start to sprawl my weight down on his head, and then I start to pass this leg, and I count from 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Slowly, 5, 4. I pass the leg, it gets harder, I sprawl, and he taps. What I'm doing is I'm putting this, I adjust my grip so this goes on the artery. It doesn't feel like a choke, but I sprawl all my weight like a Darce choke. And it's only really one artery, but it's a real choke if you take your time. People say, oh, it's not a choke, but they haven't felt it. So when we're in here, I get my grip together, I sprawl my chest down, I keep my hips off the mat, and I'm getting this leg out, and I sprawl, and I pass this leg, and at 0, if he still isn't tapped, I pass my arm, I put my arm through, and I get the tap there. Most people will tap when you still have the leg. I keep the leg in the cradle so he can't just wrestle up to me in a single leg, come to my back, and come up, so he can't scramble out. So this is the side gravity cradle choke that I made up. Maybe even Sakuraba was attempting it against Renzo when Renzo swept him, but who knows? Because it sure looked like that. So, I'll get one more time full guard. Okay, so full guard, 5-punch series. I punch straight so he has to cover up the middle. 1, 2, wrap around so I get some loose whip hits in there. Bang, it opens it up. I come in here and I start working a pass. If his head's near his foot, I can go to the cradle. Bam, come over the top. Cradle, 10, 9, 8, 7, sprawl. 5, 4, 3, sprawl. 2, 1. If he hasn't tap pass, he has the tap. If someone ever is that tough, they still haven't tapped, which probably won't happen if you actually count slow 10 seconds. I keep this, I come over here, I keep this, I go underhook, I come in a mount, shoulder in the mat, head in the mat, and curl on a 5-finger mounted guillotine. Okay? Now I'll show from Z-guard. I'll put your head this way so you can get different angles. Okay, so now in Z-guard. Okay, Z-guard, same thing. When you want to pass that Z-guard, whether he's shielding from punches here in MMA, or he's down here more for sport grappling, whatever, just come in here. It's simple, right there. Sorry. Here. Okay? And I'm going to dive in and post, and I put my head to his shoulder. Okay? And drive in. I'm trying to pass. Bam, I come over, cradle this all together, sprawl, pass, sprawl. There's the choke. My weight is off the mat. It really is a choke if you take your 10 or so seconds. Keep the leg for 10 seconds. Then pass and no one's surviving it. And if there's a superhero out there that hasn't, you go to the mat, to the guillotine. Okay, now, after that, sometimes when you're passing, or let's say Mike was taller, you got someone taller and he keeps his head separated. He's not letting me pull his head towards his knee. And I'm short armed so I can't get him in the cradle. But he's keeping strong pressure in here, and I finally pass. Okay, so I'm in here, and I'm trying, and he's extending out. But I finally pass this out. Sometimes Mike follows me so I can't pass his guard in guard retention. And anytime follows you for guard retention where they do a split, there's actually an opportunity here to put my knee in the center, double underhooks, climb, don't mount to super high mount, drive his shoulders in with your knees, tie your Catch-Jitsu belt, and then twist. Okay, juji-nage, pretzel twist, or the labellion. Okay, if he hasn't tapped there, if he's flexible, I can step up on the bottom arm, and then do an armbar. That's a Gene labellion special right there. So, as I pass, boom, I pass, but he follows with his leg. I bring my knee in the hole between his legs. So look here. Knee in the hole, okay? Double underhooks, so he can't block me with his hand here. Pull that away, climb. Here, shoot to super high mount, tie the belt, sorry, pretzel twist, slash labellium series, armbar. Okay, next one is if he's super strong with his bottom hook and he doesn't let me fall out and pass, which usually you can, but if he knows to keep guard retention, he keeps his hook in tight. So I'm in here and I can't fall out of this. I can kind of drive, and then hop my foot up here, insert, grab here, middle finger to the ligament in the knee to help get your angle for leg locks, because the hand's free, you should always be doing something anytime you sit back for a leg lock. Kick over, boom, get your control, and now heel, get in nice and tight, and now heel hook. Don't bail hay over your shoulder, but hook it up, turn the toes towards his own butt, roll your hips underneath. Make sure you're close enough, don't be more than a foot around us. Okay, make sure, here, I roll the toes towards his butt. Okay, don't be here where Mike's gonna get momentum and capoeira out and all that. So you wanna be here Eddie Cummings style, nice and tight, and then here. If you can go to the 4-1-1 saddle, if there's an opportunity, that's great. So, if you're ever trying to pass the C-guard or the guard like we've been doing, but he keeps this hook so strong I can't, while I'm here driving in, or the end of the round or the end of the match, whatever it is, I jump this foot up here, boom, whack, heel hook, turn it in. So here, wrist, like you're looking at a wristwatch, but don't go this way like they did for 20 years. Now we're learning to isolate the leg and rotate. So what I'm really doing is instead of taking the heel across, which everyone used to do, I'm going to isolate everything and actually twist the ankle, the heel, toes towards the butt, the heel up this way by crunching my body underneath. So that's the way you should be doing your heel hook. So anyway, guys, that's the series. I gave you some submissions. I learned to pass this from Diego Tavares. I added kind of my own submissions to it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the flip side.